Oh man, I think from the very beginning, when I first read Vince's pilot, when I was meeting on it, I just loved the guy. You know, seemed to be a slacker burnout, but I always try to approach my characters and give them some sort of reasoning and give them some sort of heart, and I think that's what really made Pinkman survive throughout the series because of that.
When I get low, oh, that's the way these things go. I saw
I think just playing him for so many years, being in the middle of this crazy world that is Breaking Bad, telling this story, and also working opposite of actors like Bryan Cranston and Bob Odenkirk. You know, they're just such a tour de force, and so it was like going to a master shop, like acting workshop, and so I think I really grew as an actor from the beginning of the show to the end, and it's just really, being able to tell such a unique, interesting, powerful, raw story is what, grew me as an actor, I think.
face in the mirror, and Lord, I know I've changed, though I look.
I don't know. I don't. I think Jesse has done some bad things in his life, and who knows if he's in the free and clear now. I think he's gone through hell and back multiple times, but I think it is very nice to have a film that centers around him and gives him more of a proper send-off.
And I found grace in the black water, bathe my soul, tell my heart.
God, I agree. I think power brings out just the worst in people at times, and that's exactly with Walter White. He always had this sort of thing in him, this desire to sort of be the best, and there were some bad things brewing up inside of Mr. White from the very beginning, and the moment that Pinkman and White kind of were reintroduced into each other's lives was probably the worst day for Pinkman ever.
I told you so. I lay like bait in the lion's cage and wait for my time.
I don't know if it was at the beginning of the whole anti-hero movement, but you were somewhat. There was definitely some shows before. Sopranos, for example. You were rooting for a very bad man, and now it's definitely been done a bunch. But it's an interesting thing, sitting down watching TV and you're rooting for the bad guy. And that's what I felt. I felt so bad for Anna Gunn, who played Skyler on Breaking Bad. She was just this sweet wife, sweet mother that found out that her husband was cooking and selling meth and lying to her, and they have a baby on the way, but she was just the thorn in the audience's side, and everyone hated her. It's like, what? Why? She was just so sweet. She was just wanting her husband to do good and not be a bad person anymore, and she just got, you know, thrown into the fire in a way. But yeah, I don't know if that really answers your question at all, but yeah, don't hate Skylar.
But I'm begging, please, I need this so much more.
No, not so much, no. You know, it's been 6 years since I've played Pinkman, and you know, knock on wood, I've been working every day since, so I'm feeling pretty blessed. And now, you know, 6 years later, having the opportunity to zip back on his skin in kind of a different way. It's a different version of Pinkman that we've ever seen before. So it's nice. But no, I've never really thought about that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No.